The Astralynx was dying. Not all at once, but in slow, shuddering breaths. Lights flickered in uneven pulses. Panels sparked. The hum of the engines faltered like a heartbeat losing rhythm. Lyra pressed her back against the airlock wall, Kael trembling in her arms. The door had slammed shut again, not because she sealed it, but because the ship itself seemed to recoil from the entity outside. Kael's breath came in sharp, ragged gasps. "Lyra," he whispered. "It's inside my head. It's pulling." Lyra cupped his face, forcing him to look at her. "Stay with me. Don't let it in." His eyes flickered, silver blue light pulsing in sync with the failing lights overhead. "It's not trying to take me," he said, voice cracking. "It's trying to merge with me." Lyra's blood ran cold. "Why?" Kael swallowed hard. "Because I'm incomplete." A deep vibration rolled through the deck, a low, resonant pulse that made the walls tremble. Lyra felt it in her bones. Kael flinched. "That's it. That's the source." Lyra frowned. "The source?" Kael nodded weakly. "The thing that made me. The thing that wants me back." The pulse came again, stronger this time. The lights dimmed to a faint red glow. Lyra pulled Kael to his feet. "We need to get to the bridge. Solari has to see this." Kael shook his head. "No. The bridge is the first place it will go. It wants control." Lyra hesitated. "Then where?" Kael closed his eyes, listening to something only he could hear. "The core," he whispered. "It's heading for the reactor." Lyra's stomach twisted. "If it reaches the core," Kael finished for her, "it will use the ship's energy to stabilize its form." Lyra tightened her grip on him. "Then we stop it." Kael's eyes softened. "Lyra, if it stabilizes, nothing will stop it." Lyra didn't blink. "Then we stop it before it does." The lower decks were worse. Lights flickered in frantic bursts. Frost coated the walls. The hum grew louder, deeper, like a heartbeat echoing through metal. Kael stumbled, leaning heavily on Lyra. "It's close. I can feel it." Lyra pulled him forward. "Then we move faster." They reached the lift dead. The emergency ladder iced over. The maintenance hatch jammed. Lyra cursed under her breath. "It's blocking every path." Kael pressed his hand to the wall. The metal vibrated beneath his palm. "It's not blocking us," he whispered. "It's guiding us." Lyra's breath caught. "Why?" Kael looked at her, and for the first time, she saw something like dread in his glowing eyes. "Because it wants you too." They forced open a maintenance hatch and crawled into a narrow service tunnel. The air was colder here, sharp, biting, filled with the metallic tang of ozone. The tunnel opened into a circular chamber, a hollow space between decks, filled with pipes, conduits, and flickering lights. Kael froze. Lyra followed his gaze. The distortion was here, hovering in the center of the chamber like a wound in reality. Pulsed once, twice, in perfect sync with Kael's heartbeat. Lyra stepped in front of him. "Stay behind me." Kael shook his head. "Lyra, I can't let you." The distortion surged. Lyra shoved Kael aside as a wave of cold energy blasted through the chamber. The lights exploded. Frost spread across the floor in jagged veins. Kael cried out, collapsing to his knees. Lyra crawled to him. "Kael, talk to me." He clutched his head, teeth clenched. "It's inside me, deeper than before. It's trying to overwrite me." Lyra grabbed his face. "Fight it." Kael's eyes flickered violently. "I'm trying," he gasped. "But it's stronger now. It's using the ship systems, the power grid, everything." The distortion pulsed again. Lyra felt her vision blur. The chamber warped. The air thickened. And then the whisper. "Lyra!" Her blood froze. Kael's eyes snapped open. "Don't listen," he begged. "It's not him." Lyra's breath trembled. "It sounds like..." Kael shook his head violently. "It's not your fiancé. It's using your memories. It's using me." The whisper grew louder. "Lyra, come to me." Lyra pressed her hands to her ears. "Stop. Stop." Kael grabbed her wrist. "Lyra, look at me." She did, and the whisper stopped. The distortion expanded, stretching upward, forming limbs, a torso, a head. The shape was clearer now, humanoid but wrong. Too tall, too thin. Its movements were fluid, unnatural. Kael whispered, "It's stabilizing." Lyra pulled him behind a support beam. "We need to move." Kael shook his head. "No. If we run, it will follow. It will tear the ship apart." Lyra's voice cracked. "Then what do we do?" Kael looked at her, really looked at her, and she saw something in his eyes she hadn't seen before. Resolve. "Lyra, I have to face it." Lyra grabbed his arm. "No, absolutely not." Kael cupped her cheek with a trembling hand. "If I don't, it will take you." Lyra's breath hitched. "Kael." He leaned closer, forehead touching hers. "You're the only thing that feels real," he whispered. "The only thing that anchors me." Lyra's heart pounded. The entity stepped forward. Kael pulled away. "Stay behind me." Lyra grabbed his hand. "I'm not leaving you." Kael squeezed her fingers once, gently. Then he stepped toward the entity. The entity raised a hand. Kael mirrored the motion. The chamber vibrated. The lights flickered. The hum deepened into a low, resonant pulse. Lyra pressed herself against the wall, watching in horror as Kael's body glowed brighter, silver blue light pouring from his skin. The entity pulsed in response. Kael cried out. Lyra screamed, "Kael!" He didn't turn. He didn't move. He stood locked in place, caught between two forces pulling at him from opposite directions. The entity whispered, "Return merge, complete." Kael's voice broke. "Lyra, run." Lyra shook her head violently. "No, I'm not leaving you." The pulse intensified. The chamber shook. The distortion expanded. Kael's body flickered, like a glitch in reality. Lyra lunged forward. "Kael!" He turned, just for a moment, eyes blazing with light. "Lyra, I'm sorry." The pulse exploded. Light swallowed the chamber, and Kael vanished. Episode 10. The Silence After the Light. The pulse erupted. The chamber vanished, and Kael was gone. Lyra wakes in silence. Not peace, but absence. The air is still. The walls are wrong. Reality feels reassembled. She crawls through frost and shadow, calling his name. No answer. The pipes hang like torn veins. The hum is slower now, like a dying heartbeat. She searches the cracks, the corners, the void. But Kael is nowhere. Only the echo remains. And somewhere, deep in the ship's core, the entity listens. Starbound Secrets. Episode 10. The Silence After the Light. Some losses don't echo. They consume.